Welcome to our quality and design project about Apple retail stores. This is the table of content we're going to cover in the next 10 minutes. We hope you will enjoy.
Every time I go to Apple, I have a great experience.
I went to the Apple store twice last year and I was very confused because I didn't know who to address this. They always find quick solutions to my problems.
I got really angry at Apple.
I love Apple.
Apple was founded by Steve Jobs, Ronald Wayne and Steve Wozniak in 1976 to develop and sell personal computers. Now it is an American multinational corporation which is located in California. It designs, manufactures and sells personal computers, consumer electronics, software and provides related services. The company has experienced a tremendous growth from 2001 when it has introduced its iPod MP3 player. Apple devices are available in retail stores, in online shops and of resellers. In 2001, the first 2 Apple stores opened, which was in the United States. As of August 2014, Apple has 435 retail shops in 16 different countries and online stores in 43 countries. This number is continuously growing. The global sales of Apple amount to $170 billion in the end of 2013. Apple products are designed for people with middle to upper income who are willing to pay a bit more for a better user experience as well for the good quality. Furthermore, Apple's target market has certainly to be IT interested and needs to have use for technology. Moreover, most people who buy an Apple product are design focused, like the light devices, the efficiency and the simplicity of it. The target markets of Apple are teenagers, college and university students, and business people.
According to an article from the Tech News online journal, the idea of an Apple store is to create an interactivity of the customers with the products. The customers should be able to touch, feel, and use the products. Visiting an Apple store is a whole experience. The reasons for this are not only the unique products, but also the design, concept, and services offered in the stores. The stores are recognizable throughout every single store, but every store is still its own of a kind. That means that you have in every store the same feeling because of the same furniture, the visual merchandise standards, the music playlist and the uniforms. Concerning the inside of an Apple store, as mentioned on the Apple retail store's website, a whole concept stands behind it. Usually Apple stores are divided in 3 sections: the red zone, the family room and the back of house. That area is a place in the store where you meet potential customers. Those are, for example, people who are either interested in buying Apple products or people who already have an Apple product and now want to get their own opinion about the experience in an Apple store. Family room is an area for parents and children. It is a place where they can relax, play and learn together. One of the most important and most known area of an Apple retail store is the Genius Bar, where the genius work. It is the in-store tech support station of an Apple retail store. The genius who work at the Genius Bar are specially trained and certified for that kind of tasks. The role is to help customers with Apple hardware and software. Many customers come because their Apple product is damaged and it needs to be repaired. People come as well to get one-to-one tech support session from trained Apple trainers. In those sessions, for which you need to have a paid membership, the customer has the opportunity to ask its individual questions and get personalized training. The personal setup is offered to customers who just bought their first Apple product or a new Apple product. A staff member helps the customer to get started into the Apple world and does an individual setup for free.
I'm a genius.
I'm a creative.
I'm a specialist.
How would you comment on the company?
I would say they have pretty good insight and they are on its high right now. And the thing is, they are really working on their products and then to improve them. So it's really good time to work with this company.
Okay, so do you think the company is doing its best?
Yeah, obviously, a lot of people comment good about it, and it's really convenient to use. The Outlook is good, so I think yes.
How would you obtain detail from customer in order to provide a better service?
First of all, we have a thing called a Net Promoter Score. It is a system that we send a survey to our customer randomly, and to obtain the score to judge on whether the store is good regionally and globally, because there is opinion changing every single season.
The Apple Retail Store is one of the greatest inventions of Steve Jobs that offers service of quality in addition of the Apple product. The Apple Retail Store, with their professional, skilled and convinced employees, offer personalized service for the customer's own need, which include immediate solution for the specific needs. In addition, they offer assistance for the use of every Apple product by organizing workshops directly at the shop on every different devices, on all the principal applications and on the latest updates. Apple employees believe in Apple and their products, and this results in a high-quality service and a satisfied customer. According to the video of Carmine Gallo, a Forbes contributor, Apple Retail Store uses a 5-step model of services in every transaction that can be explained as follows. Passionate employees are here to welcome and to help their customers. They create a relationship straight away by asking customers' first name. The customers' needs are understood because the right questions are asked to the customers to know what they're looking for and to sell them the best product for their needs and not just the most expensive one. A solution is offered to the customers even if no product has been sold, through the workshop for example. When listening, the employees might be able to take the concern further and help for unexpressed wishes. The invitation to return is where the loyalty gets built. Employees are present to listen to customers' needs, and they are trained in order to be able to answer their expectations. Going to an Apple store can be seen as an experience. The aim is not only to go in an Apple store, buy a product and leave, but to create a relationship and to offer the time needed to the customer. They create a family environment. Apple's goal is to delight its customers. As Steve Denning said in the article, Apple's retail success is more than magic. Apple has understood that making money is the result, not the goal. At Apple, sales employees are taught an uncommon sales philosophy, not to sell, but to help customers to solve their problem. To that end, employees receive no sale commission and have no sale quotas. Delighting customers is also a task of continuous innovation, and Apple is always improving its stores and is always trying to do more for the customers.
Would you please describe your Apple customer service experience for us? Were you satisfied with their service?
No, I wasn't satisfied at all. I showed up at the Apple Store and it took them 10 minutes to come see me. I didn't know who to address to. And finally, after 10 minutes of waiting, somebody came up to me. And when I explained them the situation, they told me there was nothing they could do unless I had previously booked an appointment with the Genius Bar, which I didn't know about.
That sounds really unprofessional.
So I went home and booked an appointment by myself, and luckily I had an appointment for the next day. Problem is, it was even worse when I showed up the next day. I had to wait around 25 minutes before somebody could take care of me. And to top it off, they didn't really take care of my problem. They told me they couldn't fix it straight away. So they told me it would take around a week, and unfortunately there was no spare phone to lend me during that time, so that was rather unpleasant, yes.
As for any other service providers, waiting time at an Apple Store can be quite significant. Unfortunately, it's not always possible to hire more employees in order to deal with a high number of customers at peak hours. A simple way to improve the customer experience is to provide the waiting customers with activities that makes the waiting time feel less long. A waiting customer should, for example, be informed of the amount of time they're likely to wait so that they can go ahead and do something else in the meantime. Apple Store should also provide free drinks such as tea or coffee for the waiting customers, as well as activities to keep them busy. A waiting area including drinks, TV and free internet connection would be a good and simple way to make the customer feel more at home and thus more likely to enjoy his Apple Store experience. Customer entering an Apple Store might not be familiar with the layout and the organization of the store. A way to improve this issue would be to differentiate the different sectors of the Apple Store by making employees wear different shirt colors according to the service they provide and the skills they have. Color-coded division of merchandise is a great way to differentiate your employees. Customer could see it right away and feel more confident about their Apple experience, since they can just walk up to the color they're looking for. The average waiting time for Hotline Assistant with Apple lasts on average 14 minutes during business hours. Hotline calls are usually a long and annoying process, but by hiring more employees in that department, Apple could stand out and provide a much shorter waiting time for its customers. Thanks to iCloud, Apple users are able to retrieve any data from their old phone and sync it with the new phone. It is a very easy and convenient way to save time since you do not have to input all your information, passwords or contacts into your new phone. It also develops brand loyalty for your customers, since they can just buy the newest iPhone or MacBook whilst keeping the layout they previously had on their device, as well as their picture and so on. Unfortunately, for the people who are not registered on iCloud, losing data can be a traumatizing experience. Apple should be able to provide a data retrieval service that would work for any device and any customers, as long as they legally authorize it. To conclude, Apple retail stores already do a lot to satisfy their customers. However, since Apple products are very pricey, a perfect service can be expected by the customers. According to Hansmark and Albinson, satisfaction is an emotional reaction to the difference between what customers anticipate and what they receive. Since Apple customers have really high expectations because of the high price they pay, in this case, Apple can simply not afford to offer a lower service quality. Apple retail stores should aim to receive as few negative feedbacks as possible, as we know that negative feedbacks spread much faster around than positive feedbacks. A good start to improve the service quality of Apple retail stores would be to use the improvements recommendation we made. We hope you enjoyed our video presentation, and we thank you for watching.